Now I want to give you the top 3 secrets that you need to know to becoming that certified life coach. You ready? If you're ready, I want to see that in the comments too. We ready, AJ? Give me the secrets. Let me know. I'm going to wait on you. All right. So let's dive into what those 3 secrets look like to becoming a certified life coach. Well, it's a formula. Starts with the letter C for the first one. So I hope you're taking notes. This is the perfect time to pull out that journal. We're ready to write because the first letter in the formula is C. Then you're going to add it to another C. So we have C plus C plus C. C plus C plus C equals confident coaching. You have to be a confident coach, and I'm going to teach you about that coming up. So C plus C plus C equals confident coaching. So the 3 C's to becoming a certified life coach, let me break down that formula for you. Secret number 1 is connect. You heard me talk about that in the video. You saw how we connected during our errand running in the Honda the other day. Secret number 2 is coach. Did you hear me drop the secret in the previous video in your emails where we talked about coach? And then secret number 3 is convert. Let me show you how all this works. So the first secret, connect. That's where you show up for people. You guys have seen all the pictures now where I have shown up. We take the photos. I teach, I serve, I speak, I give. You have to show up for your people. You also have to speak to where they are. Even in the celebrity photos, you guys, when I met people like Brandy and Lisa, the first thing I said was, how can I serve you? What do you need right now in this moment? You have to speak to where your clients are. And then connect heart to heart. You know, talk to them in a way that's relating again to where they are, letting them know that you're there for them in that moment. Let me show you how this works, because you also want to speak spirit to spirit. A lot of you guys reach out and say, Coach AJ, it's just something about you. I say, child, that's the Holy Spirit, because it is. We're speaking spirit to spirit. There's nothing that I could have done that brought you here today that you didn't already know, because we're connected in the spirit some type of way. This is Coach Camille, and she wanted to become a certified life coach. And so she thought about how it could potentially enhance her own skills in her corporate job and also benefit her work as a minister in her church. And so she found herself scrolling through Facebook one day, and day after day after day, she started to see my face pop up on Facebook Lives. And so she told me one night she was laying in bed and God showed her my face. And so she ended up back on Facebook watching my Facebook Lives. Then she found herself on my website looking for the life coach certification training program that she'd heard me mention in my Facebook Live videos. And she found it. So she said she closed her eyes and she hit the submit payment button. She mentioned that what she saw in me and what she heard in my story was a significant sign of humility. And so that to her was a very great trait to have in a trainer. She later told me that she knew she wanted me, a professional trainer with a degree in training and development and years of leading and submitting under leadership in the life coaching space, to be her trainer, because my personal training style was practical, straight to the point, and she loved that I'm extremely knowledgeable about the life coaching industry. And she mentioned that she really appreciates how I continue to learn my craft, and she could tell that I knew my stuff. And so she and a group of 4 ladies joined me in a masterclass similar to this one. And at the end of that masterclass, she said yes. She raised her hand to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach with me. And she has since been added to the list of new life coaches worldwide who I have personally trained online. And so she stated in her testimonial that the online life coach certification training works really well and how it's very cohesive. And she really loved the component we call co-coaching. That's when you receive another chance to connect with other coaches. You can do it individually, you can do it in a group, in our private Facebook coaching community. And so Coach Camille says that I came into her life as a coach to help her better herself, to help better her church and her corporate communities. and also to help her bring her idea for becoming a certified life coach to life. Because she connected with me and really liked my training style, my personality, and my story, which, by the way, she said helped confirm her decision to come train with me. Our connection led her to making the assured decision that life coaching was the thing for her. Those were her exact words. And so she said that by having a coach in me, she didn't feel alone, nor did she have to figure things out on her own. And you guys will hear more about that in our life coach certification training, because you don't have to sit and figure things out on your own. So Coach Camille launched her financial coaching company since she became a certified life coach. So Camille's story of connecting with me heart to heart started when I showed up for her on Facebook Live. And we connected spirit to spirit when God showed her my face, when she asked him for guidance as to which way she should go with becoming a certified life coach. And so the same way that I was able to connect with Coach Camille is the same way you can connect with your future coaching clients as a certified life coach. So as a recap, the first secret is connect. It's secret 1 of 3. And that is one of the steps to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. If you got it, let me see you put connect in the chat. Connect. And then I'm going to dive in to secret 2. So secret number 2 is all about coach. COACH. It's an acronym. It's 5 parts. And coaching stands for conversation. Write that down, because conversation means reaching out via email, text message, social media inbox, DMs, or the phone to check in, just to say hi. Then there's optimism. You got to be optimistic in these conversations, because optimism is what your future coaching clients need to hear when you chat with them. Some of you guys have talked with me, and afterwards you get off the phone and you're like, oh my gosh, this helps so much. I feel like I can go move mountains. I'm so excited. Thank you for your energy. That's the optimism that you have to have as a coach. And then there's action. Your conversation has to be action oriented. The action oriented conversations, these are positive. They're upbeat. They're talking about moving forward in the conversation, after the conversation, because they all show that you're a confident coach. Remember, our formula, C plus C plus C equals confident coaching. And so confidence in your skill as a certified life coach makes all the difference in what happens throughout the chat with your future coaching clients. And then there's the H, heart to heart. Heart to heart goes back to that story I just shared with you about connecting heart to heart. It's where you ask really good questions. Like if you see me on live, I say, do you have any questions? Are you ready to come train with me? Are you a certified life coach? What questions can I answer for you about becoming a certified life coach? Those sound familiar, right? They're heart to heart. So when you reach out to potential future coaching clients, you are asking really good questions, you are providing support, and you're giving feedback and accountability, and also trust to what's being shared with you. So COACH, conversation that's optimistic, action-oriented, confident, and heart to heart. Are you a coach? If so, let me see COACH in the chat. I think my counter stopped at 99. I'm sure it's more in the chat. So let me tell you how this worked with one of our coaches named Sia. She's an educator. She has experience in counseling, like some of y'all on here too. And so her job, though, it was impacted by COVID, like some of y'all on here too. And so she had been one of my friends, fans, and followers online for years. She was watching and witnessing my life coach training journey via live stream. She had even referred a friend to our online life coach certification training. And then one day, she and I decided to have a quick phone conversation. You guys know I'll call you, right? So I reached out by phone. And during our chat, she shared with me that she too was led down the coaching path. And she even had an idea for how she wanted to use her life coach certification. But she felt really overwhelmed with all of the training options. Some of you guys can relate to that. So during our call, I listened. And I asked her some really good questions as we reviewed and talked about her goals and her dreams, which was to relaunch her podcast as a newly certified life coach. We also talked about how she wanted to help people via the internet airwaves, like she had seen me do over the years. And so we were both confident that I could help her do that. So I remember I added to the discussion that she and I were having that day, letting her know how she could even use her listening, her leadership, her observation, and her positive questioning skills from her counseling experience, adding that to her new role as a certified life coach. So our brief phone chat had quickly transitioned into a coaching conversation that allowed her to realize that while she had referred a friend to the training, it was actually her time to become a certified life coach. And so after our coaching call, Sia purchased the copy of my book that you guys now have access to called The Life Coach. And then shortly after, she signed up for a masterclass with me, similar to this one that you're on today. And so she raised her hand to become one of the first 5 ladies who said yes to their destiny of becoming a certified life coach. She mentioned how she liked that I offered a 1-day life coach certification training online that teaches the concept within the coaching industry and then gives you the tools to go put the information into practice, both during and after the training. She also mentioned how she noticed that the information I taught was more than just theory. It wasn't overwhelmed with information overload. And she loved that she was given the proven scripts for exactly how to reach out and attract new coaching clients, both online and offline. So this is a perfect example of the best way for us to coach, COACH, as we connect. And the idea was to help her add extra income to what she was doing, that extra revenue stream. And so while she was using what she already knew in the education system, she did just that. Sia has been one of the leading coaches in our online coaching community. And she started that podcast. She now has a list of 150 people that say yes to being her special guest interviews, including myself and several of our newly certified life coaches in our private online life coaching Facebook coaching community. So Sia also continues to learn because a lot of you guys ask, Coach AJ, are there continuing education opportunities? And the answer is yes. So some of them you may just see Coach Sia on. You'll definitely see her in our coaching community and Facebook group in some of our private trainings that we record on platforms like this. And so during my call with Sia, I understood that my job was not to convince her to become a coach. As a coach, a lot of times our job will simply be to listen, to show up, to hold space, to ask questions, to honor our clients for where they are, and to help them start mapping out a plan for where they want to be. Remember that coach model, COACH. So we put that into action as we allow our clients to imagine and to dream, like you guys did with me at the beginning of today, about the possibilities for where they see themselves beyond where they are now. So as a life coach, you're there as a sounding board. Sometimes you're a shoulder to cry on, and that's okay too. And so you also may be a trusted space that people open up in and vent in. But like with Sia, sometimes you have to simply reach out from the kindness of your heart. So when I do it, I reach out just to chat, to see how you're doing, to ask if you have any questions or if you have anything on your heart that you want to talk about or receive some coaching around. And so when I show up to implement these 2 secrets that I've shared with you so far, these have become the foundational principles, that basis of being a professional life coach. When you coach and when you connect with people, it's to listen and maybe even offer a word of encouragement and a word of prayer. But when you send the message that some of you have received from me, hey, just checking in on you, or you send that message that says, hey, you need any coaching around anything, that often turns into a coaching call or a coaching conversation. So I want to encourage you today, because instead of pushing our way into someone's life to try to help or mentor them, it's also okay to simply reach out, because maybe what that person needs is a skilled, trained, qualified professional life coach. And then when or if that opportunity presents itself, offer them a space to come coach with you a little bit more, and then be ready to charge. Some of y'all don't want to charge. You want to just serve. I just think I should just help people. You can do that and get paid. And I'm going to show you in our next secret. But remember, our job as a life coach is to be there for our client, to ask, what can I help you with today? Or would you like some coaching around that today? Or how can I be positively optimistic for you right now? Or maybe even we can ask, how can I hold this space for you? Or how can we connect one-on-one? Or how can I honor you in this moment? How can I be that person for you? Because 9 times out of 9.999% of the time, most of our coaching clients will not have that person in their life who cares enough to just sit with them, to listen, to ask them really good questions, to not judge them, to be unbiased, to not have or share their own opinions, to not try to give advice or try to fix things. So we're simply there to listen as coaches. We actually care about the success our clients have. And that's where we come in as those professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coaches. And then we learn how to put a charge on it, put a price on it, and get paid for it. If you're ready to get paid as a coach, let me see some paid, some money emojis, some dinero. Any term that you know for money, put it in the chat real quick, and I'll give you that third secret to becoming a certified life coach. Let me see if you're ready for the money. All right, I see the chat lighting up. Here we go. Secret number 3. That is to convert that thing. You've showed them you know how to connect with them and speak to where they are. You've shown them you know how to coach and you're confident as a coach, right? Now you're ready to convert, because that means you're ready to get a price on that thing. When they say, oh, how much do I owe you? How much do you charge? What is your fee? How much does it cost to invest with you? Can I pay you? Yeah, you charge them for that skill. So all of these words mean the same thing, but everyone understands them differently. So price is putting an investment amount behind it. Charging is actually swiping the card or running the card on your phone or your laptop. And then paying, being paid, is allowing that to come through. Just like with you, every time one of you guys registered, I lit up. Oh my God. Bless her business, Lord. Help her, God. Thank you for letting her to invest in her next level. That's how you allow yourself to put a price on what you do, to charge for what you do, and to get paid for what you do. When you convert a conversation that started as just, let me check on you, but it slowly transitioned into a coaching conversation, you're ready to convert because now you've shown your clients how you can show up for them, speak to where they are, and hold the space for them. And then you want to take that connection that you've made with them using the coach model and show your potential clients that you're able to have a conversation that's optimistic. It's full of action. You can help them get results, and that you're confident in those skills to have that honest, heart-to-heart and spirit-led conversation. So again, now you're ready to put a price on that thing and charge for what you do and allow people to pay you what you charge, not going on down on your price or giving a discount. Nope, you state your fee and you let them swipe the card, okay? And receive that investment in yourself, because it's also an investment in your business, in your coaching skills that you've invested in, and in your legacy as a life coach. And so the great part about all of this is that you get to determine what that price is. You think you can charge as a coach? Let me see some yeses in the comments, some hands up emojis. If you can see yourself, again, getting paid as a coach. Excuse me. Get a sip of water. So the great part, again, about all of this, you put a price on it. You determine that amount. You quote it, and you'll soon be getting regularly paying clients that want you for your coaching skills and what you bring to the table. Who's ready to convert some coaching conversations? I need to see you. I need to see you in a chat real quick. If you're ready, only if you're ready. I ain't gonna pressure you. I'm just asking a good coaching question. Are you ready? All right. Let me show you how one of our coaches, Pixie Lee, oh, she was ready. She came to one of our trainings and she told me she had tried her hand at running several other businesses, but none of them were going to give her that same fulfillment that she knew becoming a certified life coach and helping people through their daily lives was going to give her. So she started searching. She found me. But she recalled how she went to school and she had been in customer service, the medical field, all these other things like accounting and credit processing for over 20 years when we met. And so I see you raising your hand, girl. So she was laid off her job, similar to the story I shared with you guys. She went through a divorce, kind of like me. Remember I said I look like you. Our stories match. She knew that what she'd been through in her own life was going to help someone else. So she began to try to see about this thing called life coaching and how to get started. So she started looking it up. She found me. That's what led us on the journey to meeting each other. And she had finally found what she was supposed to be doing in her life. Some of y'all know what you're supposed to be doing, right? And so going to my class and taking the training she needed also meant feeling accomplished. She said it was a huge feeling of accomplishment once she got her life coach certification training through me. And so after getting certified, she told me that she needed my help again. She now wanted to write a book and she wanted me to help her. She said, Coach AJ, you got 16 books. You got a book writing program. I know you can help me. And so with my help, she completed her first book. She sold 350 copies of that book within the first few months. And several of those books made it to the Steve Harvey and Ellen DeGeneres shows. And so this led her down the path to securing her first $5,000 coaching client. Guess where that came from? Me. I saw her determination to do what she knew she was now called to do in her life. And I sent her a new $5,000 paid client. And she's now the author of 2 more books, a co-author and a ghostwriter who recently helped a documentary filmmaker tell his story. And to think it all started with a 1-day life coach certification training. So Pixie's story is the true definition of converting, of charging, and getting paid for your gift as a coach. And so as the coach, when you charge for your book, you charge for your speaking, but more importantly, you charge for coaching your clients, you get to put the price on it. When you charge for what you do and what you know, and you combine that with who you are becoming as a certified life coach, child, you get to stand out. And it makes it easier for you to gain the confidence as a coach that you know you need to stand out in the world of life coaching. So Camille's story is a great example of connecting. Sia's story defines the acronym COACH, COACH. Pixie's story is an excellent example of charging and converting that gift of coaching. These ladies answered the call to coach. Just like you have been called to coach, they knew what they wanted. They took those steps. They signed up. They said yes to becoming a professionally trained, skilled, qualified, certified life coach. And guess what? You can also create your own story too. Are you ready to create your story about becoming a coach? Let me see. Because what I'm going to do as you tell me if you're ready is recap what we've learned today. Secret number 1 was all about connecting. Secret number 2 is how to coach. Secret number 3 is about converting that thing and getting paid. So being able to coach, connect, and convert, these are the 3 secrets to becoming a skilled, professionally trained, qualified, certified life coach. Are you next? I need to know in the comments real quick because I want to know if you're still here with me. Are you next? For that transformation of having additional income, that personal time freedom that you get, living out your dream of finally becoming a certified life coach. Are you next?